Hi, welcome to another video for Tarot October, and today I'm going to talk about some myths as well as misconceptions about tarot. I'm going to be debunking them, I'm going to be talking about them, so if you're interested in any of that, definitely keep on watching. So the first myth or the first misconception that there is about tarot, and something that I have thought about tarot as well, is that tarot is evil. And it's not. And I actually got this great I don't know if it's an infographic or just this image on why tarot is not evil. I think this is more described from a Christian perspective. I did grow up in a Christian household. I did go to a Christian school. It was Protestant. I think that is the English term. I think that a couple of my family members might think that tarot is evil, but I see tarot as a tool that you can use to talk to, not necessarily talk to spirits, but to talk to spirit, to talk to the divine, to talk to the divine. That is out there in the universe. That is what I believe. And if you are a Christian, then the divine in the universe that you believe in, you have named God. So I believe that if you are a Christian and you believe in God, that you can actually use tarot to talk to God and to ask him questions about you, not necessarily your future. We'll get into that in a later part, but also to understand situations a little bit more, to gather perspective and insights. And that is, even if you're not Christian and you're not religious, but you are spiritual, hopefully, if you're watching this video and you're into tarot, that is how you can use tarot for more insights, for guidance, for perspectives into situations and into yourself. As well as apparently, and I would love to find like a quote from the Bible, but this image says that divination is practiced in the Bible. In Exodus 28, the Bible states that when Aaron goes into the holy place, the Urim and Thummim should be placed in the pocket of his breastpiece. Urim and Thummim are used for divination and claromancy. Claromancy is the casting of lots, which is believed to reveal the will of God or other universal forces and entities. In Samuel 1, chapter 9, the Bible states that prophets used to be called seers, and you would go to them to inquire of God. The Bible encourages prophets and other character to practice divination. I think that is so interesting. Like, again, I am not a Christian, I'm not religious, but that is something that I found very interesting. As well as, and this is not just regarding Christians or religious people, but people tend to think that the cards themselves are evil and that they can attract demons or attract evil spirits, but that is not what the tarot is. Tarot is simply a tool that you can use to communicate. So you are the one that is attracting, or not necessarily is attracting evil spirits, but you are the one who is reaching out, who is seeking out guidance and advice or perspective from spirit, from the universe, from the divine. And tarot is simply the tool you use to communicate, whether it is you use a notebook where you both write in, which is another divination tool that I don't do, or you use tarot cards to communicate, you know? So I think what kind of ties into that is that tarot is dangerous, and tarot is not dangerous. I think the scary thing, I think the scary thing when it comes to tarot is cards like Death and Devil and even the Tower card and cards like the Ten of Swords, what they look like. And I am actually doing right now a series on my channel. Let's see when this video goes up. When this video goes up, I have already done a video on the Death card, and I'll be doing a card or a video on every card that is a little bit more darker in the tarot. And if there's anything specific that you would like to see, I would love for you to comment it down below. Any card that whether it is you find hard to interpret, that you get weird vibes from, or that you are not necessarily a little scared about, but that you don't really like getting in a reading, I would love for you to let me know in the comments so I can do a video on that card as well. But it's more to get a better understanding of that. First of all, the card is not evil. That the card doesn't mean that there's literal death gonna be in your life, or that you are attracting the devil, or that the devil is embodied in you or in somebody in your life. That's not the case. But what does it mean when you get the death card? What does it mean when you draw the devil card in a reading? And what can you learn from it? Another misconception or myth about tarot is that it is solely used to look in the future. And I definitely believe that there are people that have the gift of looking into your future. Now I do like monthly predictions with the tarot. Now, I don't think that it's necessarily seeing in the future. I think because it's every month, I can pick up on your energies with the tarot. When it comes to your energy, so I'm reading your energies, and your energies influence and impact things happening in your life, if that makes sense. So that is how I use tarot to predict like the monthly predictions. But I do think that mostly the purpose of a tarot reading is to look at you and to help you see your present thoughts and your current energies, as well as energies that you've had and thoughts that you've had in the past, and that it can help you move on in the future. So that is, again, that is just what I use tarot for. I guess I should have done a disclaimer in the beginning of the video, but I did not. So this is just how I personally use tarot, and how I have seen people that I admire use tarot as well. Another misconception is that you have to be psychic to use tarot, and you don't. I don't think I'm psychic. I definitely think that now that I have grown into tarot and have grown into spirituality, I'm definitely, sometimes I get things that I'm like, ooh, am I psychic? Like, I don't think I'm like fully psychic. I do think that there are, and this is really weird, like this is the first time I've spoken about this out loud, but do it for the view. No, that's I'm sorry, that's a joke. But I do think that there are some things like that psychics can do that I feel like are starting to happen to me too. However, if you don't know me, I'm a second grade teacher. I'm a teacher and I do tarot. So everybody can do tarot, whether you are a waitress, a teacher, a accountant, a musician, a painter, an artist. Anybody and everybody can read tarot, because it's more about picking up the energy. And I do recommend, when you do a tarot reading, that you really ground yourself and really maybe even do some like meditation, really try to calm yourself down and ask the questions, shuffle the cards, and do some example readings, and use a guidebook. And then I think everybody could do tarot. Everybody could read tarot. I believe that. Another misconception, something that I really don't like, and I don't know if it has something to do necessarily with tarot specifically or psychics in general, but I see a lot of things on Etsy, bringing your ex back, spells and things to bring your ex back, to make somebody love you. That is not what I believe in, because it goes against my ethics, it goes against my morals, it goes against everything that I stand for. I believe in moving on, and I believe in letting certain things just happen to you. Yeah, I don't believe in doing a spell to make somebody love you. I don't believe in doing a spell to make somebody come back to you. I'm not saying I don't believe it can be done. I don't believe it's ethical. I don't believe it's right to do. So that is something that I wanted to say. Another misconception about tarot that I would like to talk about is that if you get a card in reversed, it means the opposite, because it doesn't. Sometimes it does, but sometimes, okay, let me actually get some tarot cards here. I have the Lightseers Tarot in front of me because I just did a pick a card reading for Tarot October. Let's see, the first card that fell out is the Six of Wands. So when you get the Six of Wands upright, it's about recognition, it's about being proud of your work. But when you get it in reverse, you can think of it as the opposite, so not being recognized or not being proud, being shameful of your work. But you can also see it as blocked energy, so or the pride being festered in some other kind of way, so actually being egotistical, or like a fall from grace. So you have already had the recognition, and when you get it in in like reverse is like a fall from grace. You used to be very recognized, but now it's like, yeah, we don't talk to her, we don't mess with her. Or it's, like I said, unrecognized effort. So it can go a lot of different ways. And another thing that I would like to talk about is, though every card has its like specific predetermined card meaning. So when I think of the Four of Pentacles, it's protection, but there's so much more to the card, and it depends on the deck that you use, where you can see much more imagery, where you can see much more symbols, maybe much more interpretations, different interpretations of each card. It also depends on what other cards you draw it with. So the Six of Pentacles is very different when I pull it with the Strength card than when I pull it with the Three of Pentacles or with the Five of Cups. You can get so many different interpretations, and it's not all predetermined. I think tarot doesn't read itself. You are a tarot reader, and you determine what you pick up on, what you feel, what you read when you pull the cards, if that makes sense. So those were some of the misconceptions and myths that I wanted to talk about for Tarot October, because this series is really all about finding a better understanding of the tarot and finding a better understanding of yourself through the tarot. And to get a better understanding of yourself through the tarot, you need to have a better understanding of the tarot. So yeah, if there's anything that I've missed, any misconceptions or myths that you have had about tarot, that you have about tarot, that you have heard about tarot, I would love to hear them in the comments down below. Let's educate ourselves further. And yeah, if you want to see more videos on tarot, I'm definitely going to do more pick card readings. Again, like I said, I want to talk about the darker cards in tarot. Definitely subscribe to this channel. Tarot October is going to be awesome, with a new video every Monday through Friday of October, and then a video every day of the week for the last week of October. So I'm very excited about that. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.